my friends. I hope you're having an outstanding, fabulous day. It is hot in Maryland. It is nice and sunny and blue skies, but it is hot. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for being my friends and subscribers. And if you're not, boom, smash that subscribe. Click on the bell. I got a new addition to my hanging home of the free because of the brave. And it came from Tunnel to Towers. That's an entity that I contribute to. That and Folds of Honor. Almost all the money goes to the veterans, first responders. And so we're going to add that to Land of the Free because of the brave. Gary's E-Bike Adventures. Pennsylvania Railfoot Trails. They got great trails. If you watch my last video on the folding ox at the campground, I killed that bike. I got an Air 9. So here's the rest of the story. I emailed customer support later that day when I got home, and in less than 24 hours, I received a response. No quibbles, no quabbles, no nothing. They said, boom, we're sending you a new controller. And in less than a week, I got a new controller. So, NAKTO, A+ for customer service. Here's the new controller. I'm going to show you how to install it. The principles will be the same for any bike. And we should only need some fresh wire ties because we have to do the motor cable, to clip the extra, and a screwdriver to take it apart. So let's do it. Step 1, remove the battery. Just press the power button just to make sure that there's no residual electricity. Whenever you're working with electric on the bike or the cables, remove the battery, discharge any residual electricity by turning the power button on. You see that I have the front wheel in a bike stand. I told you I have a couple of those, and they're perfect for working on the bike because now the bike is upright, straight, and will not wiggle, wobble, or weeble. The next step is, where's the controller? Well, with the folding ox, it's right in here, and you just take your screwdriver and you remove these 4 screws just like that. And you're gonna have to, this is for the motor. This big wire is for the motor. So you're going to have to break free. Be very careful so you do not cut the cables. So you're going to have to cut the wire ties so that you can get this out. And this is just clips in the body that you'll feed the wire through. Now, one thing that I'll do before I tear it apart, you see the cover's off and you see the controller. I'm going to take a picture of it, so I remember exactly how it went back in there, how it goes back in. And then I'm just going to pull it out. And then there's all of your wires. I put painter's tape on these 3 wires because these 3 wires do nothing. And there's no way that you can mess it up. There's only one of these looking wires, and red goes to red, black goes to black, and they're already set up. So anybody can do this. I'm just going to disconnect it. This short wire here goes to this one, and this one is going to feed through a hole. It's going to feed through this hole here and do the motor here. And I'm going to disconnect the motor, and when this gets plugged in, there's big arrows. Even an old man like me can see arrow to arrow plugs it together. So we're just going to disconnect it and plug it all in. Piece of cake. Just like that. Boom. And see how it comes out of the grooves that are built into the bike? And the only thing that you're going to need to clip, there's a wire tie here. When you clip it, be very, very careful so you don't nick anything. Just like that. Be very careful. And now, that's the motor wire. Plugs out, unplugs just like that. Easy peasy. All right, done. Now we are going to feed the motor wire through first. The arrows to arrows, they're easy to see. Boom, connect it. Remember, they can only go one way. Clip. Black to black. Red to red. So plug and play. The red connector was a pain in the butt for me fitting it. So I actually had another connector. So I pulled the one that was factory and I installed a yellow one, and then I put some electrical tape around it. All right, we got it all put back together. We looked at our picture and saw that the writing here on the label was down, and that's how it'll fit in there. We put our battery on and we tested it. Everything works. We did our wire ties. Let me show you that in a second. That goes back in there like that. We wire tied up our wires nice and neat. And then we're just going to put back the door. 4 screws, boom, then we are done. No more error code. We had 22 miles when it happened. So we are back up and running. All right, my friends, that will work with any controller, the general principle. I always take a picture of how it sits in there. I did that with my goat when I messed with the battery blender. I always take a picture of the wires, and if there's a bunch of wires and I think I'll get them mixed up, I label them with painter's tape and a Sharpie so I can match it all back up. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you learned something. I hope you also realize, don't be afraid. NAKTO has service centers. Put in your zip code if you need help or whatever, if you need to take it for warranty service. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for being my subscribers. And if you're not, boom, smash that subscribe. Click on the like, click on the bell, tell your friends. I love you all. See ya.